Good morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are in the world. It's Edward, Daily Crypto here. We got another Bitcoin price update for you. So yesterday saw some notable events. We were able to break this downtrending red line that we had drawn the other day. Remember the first update we watched, we talked about this downtrend line, how it needed to be broken and confirmed above. So we've got a new daily candle above this candlestick, which is good for the outbreak. That means that you'll want to trade with the confirmation once it's confirmed. But right here, notably, we've got the daily price far away from the 9 EMA. The 100 EMA has just been flipped, and the 26 EMA is even below that. So it's a little bit of a funny structure here. We should be expecting some pullback after these 4 green candles on the daily time frame, possibly to this area right here for a retest. Now, something I want to point out on the daily time frame before we break down into a smaller time frame is this divergence here. So there is divergence on the daily time frame. It's quite noticeable. At this point, it's considered divergence technically, as this high is lower than this high, while this high is higher than this high. So if the RSI comes up, and we have seen it before where the RSI bounces over here multiple times, but if it comes up above and breaks a higher high here, then this divergence wouldn't be considered divergence. But currently what we're witnessing is considered divergence. So this means that we can project price to have some downside trajectory. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, this was our wedge that we had yesterday. Here was the outbreak. I recorded yesterday's video right about this candlestick. YouTube won't give me the option to go live yet. Don't have enough subscribers. Sorry guys, once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll try and start doing these live. Be a little bit better. But anyway, so we extend this trend line here because this wedge broke upwards. So this trend line could be respected in the future. If it would have broken down in a negative direction, we would have extended our downtrend line, so that way we could use it as price point in the future. So it's a key level for possible support in the future, as well as this downtrending line, right? This is our big downtrending line back from May, touching those price points. So this has been resistance before, and it's been broken. Usually what happens is when resistance is broken, it's flipped and becomes support. So it's possible that we could see price fall back into this range, as this is a downtrending line, this is an uptrending line, and this is horizontal support here, about 42,346. It was previously resistance, as you can see by these 2 price points here. It was a recent point in price history that was used as resistance where price failed to break above. So now it can be considered a support level. So here we'll note that we do see some divergence. Now it's possible that this is already played out. I'm going to go ahead and outline the divergence for you. So here we see this goes down while this goes up. So this is a bearish divergence signal, which means that we could see price come back down in a negative direction. Now what we're expecting is to see the 9 EMA come back down if it comes down like this. Right, so if we see something like this and the 9 EMA starts to slope back down, candlesticks will start to reject off of the bottom, using it as dynamic resistance back towards one of these price points. However, if we can see it go up instead, if we could see that candlestick flip up and start to use the 9 EMA as support once again, like it did right here, then we can expect these prices to go higher, possibly up until this region right here. But from the looks of it, now like I said, this divergence could be already played out, but from the looks of it, it's possible that we're going to see the latter, and price might come and do this number here. So if price starts to face rejection here, it's possible we can come to this support line, which was once previously resistance, do something like this, maybe find support here or here, retesting this outbreak, and then see some possible outward trajectory. Or if it fails on the outbreak multiple times, it's possible we could see it re-enter this zone we've created back to this area of support. So I'm going to pull up one other map I have. So this is another map that I have drawn out with a lot of trend lines. This chart relies heavily on trend line trading to identify my zones. So here we are running into an area of resistance and finding an inverse wedge. I think it's possible that we could see price come back down into this area as they are similar on both charts. Looking at the 4-hour, it has become quite exhausted. It's possible that these next few bars could be reaching back towards the middle of the histogram here, and we see this come down. However, it's also possible we could find support right here around this EMA level, about 42,000. Again, 42,300 would be the 9 EMA support level. So that would have to be our first level support. If it doesn't get tested there, we could see price meet again right back outside the wedge. As price meets the 9 EMA, this will have been more developed, and it's possible that the 26 EMA could meet right here on the descending trend line for support. So real quick, if we look at the MACD indicator on the 1 hour, it looks like the bearish reversal occurred quite some time ago. It's possible that we could see it bubble out to these levels that it did here, and this could continue on in a downtrend. So technically, by the MACD, we do have a downtrend, so we should be expecting some lower price action. Alright guys, I hope that analysis was helpful. If you've been enjoying the analysis, please drop a like, maybe share it with your buddies or someone who needs to see it, someone who doesn't understand what's happening in Bitcoin. That way we can try and help them get a foothold on what's really happening day by day in the Bitcoin markets. So we'll see you next time, guys.